Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into Stephen King's intense novel Rage, written under his pseudonym Richard Bachman. Get ready for a full summary of this gripping tale about rebellion, chaos, and the darkness within. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more literary insights.
Rage by Richard Bachman and Stephen King. Rage is narrated from the first-person perspective of Charlie Decker, a senior at Placerville High School in Maine. One morning while sitting in algebra class, Charlie is summoned to the principal's office. As he waits, he encounters a friend of his father's who sells textbooks, triggering a memory of a hunting trip he went on with his father's friends when he was 9. During the trip, he overheard his father threatening to give Charlie's mother a Cherokee nose job if he ever caught her cheating. Principal Mr. Denver informs Charlie that Mr. Carlson, a teacher Charlie recently assaulted, is recovering. When Mr. Denver asks why Charlie attacked Mr. Carlson, Charlie responds with defiance and taunts, leading to his expulsion. Charlie then retrieves a pistol and some shells from his locker, setting a fire by burning his textbooks. He returns to his algebra classroom and shoots his teacher, Ms. Underwood, killing her. The fire alarm is triggered by the blaze in his locker, and when another teacher, Mr. Vance, comes to investigate, Charlie shoots and kills him as well. Charlie takes his algebra class hostage and communicates with the principal over the intercom while police gather outside. When a hostage student asks why he's doing this, another suggests it might be because of his parents. This prompts Charlie to share the story of how his parents met. His mother was his father's sister's college roommate at the University of Maine. He then recounts an incident from when he was 4 years old, when he inexplicably broke his father's storm windows, creating tension between his parents. Disgusted by Charlie's attempt to blame his parents, a boy named Ted Jones declares his intention to take Charlie's gun away. However, another student reveals the reason Ted had to quit football, divulging that Ted's mother is an alcoholic. Charlie seizes on this information, provoking Ted into an emotional outburst. The counselor, Mr. Grace, comes on the intercom, and Charlie taunts him, pretending he shot someone after Mr. Grace mistakenly asks a question Charlie had told him not to. When Grace, one of Charlie's classmates, cheers him on for breaking Mr. Grace down, another girl, Irma, lashes out at her, insulting her mother. Charlie then sets rules for a controlled physical showdown. During the confrontation, Irma admits she was wrong to call Grace and her mother whores, revealing that she did it out of her own insecurities. A boy nicknamed Pigpen expresses his frustration, saying he wishes he had the stick Charlie does so he could kill his mother. The police then begin shouting at Charlie through a bullhorn, prompting him to fire random shots out the windows. Charlie's classmates urge him to share another story, so he recounts an incident from when he was 12. His mother forced him to attend Carol Granger's birthday party in a corduroy suit, even though he knew no one else would be dressed up. As a result, he was beaten up. Carol Granger, now a hostage in the algebra class and slated to be valedictorian, admits she had a crush on the boy who beat up Charlie that day. Another classmate mentions that the boy is now dead. Meanwhile, a police officer, Mr. Philbrick, attempts to negotiate with Charlie over the intercom, but his efforts are unsuccessful. Carol Granger suggests that sex might be the reason behind Charlie's strange behavior, prompting Charlie to propose a deal. He'll share his sex life if she shares hers. Carol admits she's a virgin, but struggles to explain why when Charlie presses her. Carol then expresses solidarity with Charlie's defiance. Another girl, Sandra Cross, reveals she often feels empty, which led her to have sex with Ted Jones. This admission pushes Charlie to grab his pistol, intending to shoot Ted. However, a sharpshooter intervenes, firing through the window. The bullet hits a padlock from Charlie's locker, which he had put in his breast pocket earlier that morning, saving his life. Charlie then yells at the principal over the intercom, before urging Sandra to continue her story about Ted. Sandra adds that after her encounter with Ted didn't result in pregnancy, she had sex with a random guy she picked up, further infuriating Ted with her account. Admitting to himself that things are out of his control now, Charlie tells the story of when he and his friend Joe McKennedy visited the University of Maine, where he smoked a lot of dope and got really horny while flirting with a girl at a party, but then lost his erection when she was ready to have sex, causing him to think he's queer. He's upset his story doesn't command as much interest as Sandra's. He lets Irma leave to go to the bathroom, and she returns to the algebra classroom of her own accord. Charlie tells Philbrick on the intercom that he'll release everyone in an hour and closes the classroom shades. He tells the story of the incident that led to his expulsion, how he assaulted the teacher, Mr. Carlson, with a pipe wrench he'd started carrying to school, primarily because of nervousness due to his bad stomach, after Mr. Carlson mocked him for being unable to do a problem on the board in front of the class. He then got it on with his father in a physical altercation afterwards and started bringing his father's pistol to school. And he realizes it's his father he really wanted to kill, not his teachers. Charlie asks everyone if they know what the last remaining order of business is, and everyone raises their hand except for Ted. Carol Granger states they have to show Ted where he's gone wrong. As Ted tries to leave, the group attacks him, beating him and smearing black ink on him while Charlie watches. Charlie then releases everyone except the incapacitated Ted. When Philbrick arrives, Charlie pretends he is going to shoot him, prompting Philbrick to shoot Charlie 3 times. Charlie is acquitted of the murders of Miss Underwood and Mr. Carlson by reason of insanity and is sent to an institution. There, his friend Joe McKennedy writes to update him on everyone's progress, assuring him that everyone is pulling for him. Ted Jones is also institutionalized but does not recover. Charlie's mother sends him the high school yearbook, but he is afraid to look at it, fearing he will see black ink on his classmates' pictures. The hospital staff mistakenly believes he likes custard, which he does not, but he feels better now that he has a secret again.